Hey everybody, Mr. Macintosh here, and I'm excited to tell you about a brand new macOS Monterey feature called AirPlay to your Mac. You can now turn your Mac into an AirPlay receiver, or better known as an Apple TV. You can send a screen mirroring from your iPhone or your iPad now to your Mac. You can also send your signal to extend your display to a Mac or mirror your Mac's display on a Mac. This MacBook Pro M1 can only support one HDMI monitor, but I'm using this 2021 M1 iMac as an AirPlay wireless monitor. There's a lot of information to cover, and this is going to be everything you need to know about AirPlay on your Mac on macOS Monterey. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing we want to cover is which Macs are compatible to be the receiver for the new AirPlay for your Mac. Now that gets a little bit complicated. I pulled up Apple's macOS Monterey preview page here, and there's a little small footnote at the bottom that says available on MacBook Pro 2018 or later, MacBook Air 2018, iMac 2019, iMac Pro 2017, Mac Mini 2020, Mac Pro 2019. Now wait a minute, you would think that it would be T2 machines, right? Well, it doesn't include the T2 2018 Mac Mini. What the heck's going on here? Well, what if I told you that you can use older Macs to be the AirPlay receiver? Now, I've got an example here. I've got a 2016 12-inch MacBook. This is the oldest and slowest Mac that can run officially macOS Monterey. This can be an AirPlay receiver. And you can see right in the screen here, 2016 MacBook, and you can see the computer name here. I wonder if I told you this isn't the farthest back you could go. This here is a early 2013 MacBook Pro running macOS Monterey using OpenCore Legacy Patcher. This machine can be an AirPlay receiver. Very exciting stuff. So now that we know about the AirPlay receiver compatibility, let's talk about which Macs can send the signal to the AirPlay receiver and which operating systems are compatible. And I've got an article right here that talks about that compatibility, and this goes back all the way to 2011. iMac, 2011 Mac Mini, 2011 MacBook Air, 2011 MacBook Pro, and Mac Pro 2013 or newer. And look at the operating system. You can send the signal from your Mac all the way back to Mountain Lion for desktop mirroring and 10.9 Mavericks for extending the display. You can have an old Mac all the way back from 2011 to be able to send that display to an AirPlay receiver. So that's great to be able to understand the compatibility with being able to send the signal to the Mac. Now let's talk about the AirPlay settings on the Mac running Monterey. You can see here that I have the AirPlay icon in the menu bar up here. And you can see it shows screen mirroring and it shows you all of the compatible AirPlay receiver devices that it can see on the network. If we go into the system preferences here, I'll show you that setting. By default, it is set in the dock and menu bar, and then screen mirroring, and then show in the menu bar is automatically selected, but the default is when active. So it'll only show in there when it detects that there's an AirPlay receiver nearby. I like to keep it on always, so I always have access to be able to get to this information. So that's the AirPlay receiver setting in the menu bar. Now, what's nice about this is, again, it shows you all available screen mirroring or extending display devices that can pick it up, including Apple TV, and it also lets you mirror the display or extend display and use as a separate display whichever menu bar that you're in. So we can go back to the system preferences for the display with this button right here. Now that we're in the displays, we can talk about the different settings and controls in the new macOS displays. This has all been redesigned. You can see that there's a keyboard and a mouse there, and it says to rearrange displays to the desired position, to mirror displays, drag them on top of each other, to relocate the menu bar, drag it to a different location. So that works, all that works the same, but the visuals are different. So you can take the menu bar and move it to the iMac display, and now this is your main display. So if we go back down here, we can bring it right back down to our built-in Retina display, and that's set. We can also move the monitors around. Notice how I have them set in the correct format to bring over the mouse cursor all the way to our HDMI monitor, back and then down to our MacBook Pro display. And then you can move these around if you want to adjust your MacBook. Let's talk about the AirPlay settings and permission. That is located in the sharing box. And you can see right here that AirPlay receivers at the bottom. macOS, Big Sur, and earlier don't even have this section. Now, the first thing you need to know is that this will give you the status of AirPlay receiver. It is set as to on. If you want to turn that off, just unclick the check mark and it'll turn AirPlay receiver off. Now you click it back on and it says that it's on. It also tells you the allow AirPlay for settings here. So look at the options we have. We have current user, anyone on the same network, and everyone, and then we also can set a required password. So if we set everyone here, we can set it to anybody and they can send the request to be able to AirPlay to the AirPlay receiver Mac. Also set to anyone only on the same network. Anybody on this Wi-Fi network only can send the request to be able to AirPlay to the Mac. And then what most people are going to use is current user. This is really slick because on these two ones here, anyone on the same network and everyone, you are prompted to be able to send the AirPlay to this device. So I'll show you what that looks like. You can have your Mac or your iPhone or your iPad, and let's send a mirroring request to this machine. We'll turn this off, and now we'll hit screen mirroring, and then we'll hit M1 iMac. And then we'll get the prompt to say, hey, this iPhone wants to be able to extend the display. Do you want to say yes or no? And you can click no if you don't want that, or yes if you do. So we can click accept, and then we're mirroring our iPhone. Now, what's interesting is you can stop mirroring right from the iPhone or the Mac, but if you are on a computer and someone from your family is like sending this to the signal to the Mac and you're like, hey, I'm using this thing, you can use the mouse on the AirPlay receiver. There's an X all the way at the upper left-hand corner to cancel that AirPlay mirroring out. So you can turn that off if someone accidentally mirrors up to your Mac. So that's a really cool feature. On the current user, the feature that is really great is that you can automatically mirror to the Mac that's signed in with the same Apple ID. And you can see that I'm signed in with the same Apple ID on both Macs here, and that will allow me to mirror automatically without prompting the notification here. So let's click on that and it'll automatically go. That's what most users are going to be able to use to be able to have seamless AirPlay to any Mac in their house. Really cool stuff. So that's all the settings for mirroring and extending the display using this AirPlay receiver settings in sharing. Okay, let's talk about resolutions now. So if we go back to our system preferences and then go back into displays, we can change the resolution through the settings of each monitor, especially the AirPlay receiver, by going into the display of the settings. So once we're in there, we have a full list out of different resolutions that we can run on the AirPlay monitor. Now, what's interesting is this iMac can support 4.5K resolution, but when it's in AirPlay mode, it can only support 4K. So if we click on this in 4K, you can see it does work. And now you can see what that looks like on the displays, how small that gets, but it does provide that resolution. Now, if we cancel out, let's go back to the standard resolution. We'll go back to display settings. Once we set that back, let's turn off the mirroring and we can show you those resolutions. So now that it's off, we can go back into displays and we can hold down the option key on scaled, and now we can see that 4.5K resolution. So we'll go back to default display. So that's resolutions using the AirPlay receiver settings. Okay, now let's talk about send wired or wirelessly. So all Apple says in this section is that you can send the AirPlay signal to your AirPlay receiver on your Mac with wireless or wired. They mention here that a wired connection is useful when you want to ensure that there's no latency or you don't have access to Wi-Fi. So you can with USB, but again, Apple doesn't tell you anywhere what's compatible. Well, the good thing is I tested this and I've got some great information for you. The first thing we need to do is check to make sure a USB-C 3.0 or 3.1 cable works. It does. So that's check mark off. That works. The next thing we want to try, well, wait a minute. What about Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt 3 USB-C type cable connector works great. What about the MacBook Pro USB charge cable? Guess what? That works too. And that's interesting because this cable, you've seen me if you watch my videos on how to restore your M1 Mac with DFU mode, this does do that transfer, but it doesn't work for things like target disk mode, for example. So it's very particular in the things that it can do and transfer, but it does transfer over. So let's test that out. I've got this plugged into the back of this iMac, and I'm going to turn off the screen mirroring real quick here. And then I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi here so we can prove that this is transferring over the USB charge cable's connection. So now that's on there, we can see that it's also charging, which turns this iMac now into a docking station almost. So now that that's there, let's click on the AirPlay receiver icon and look at that. M1 iMac. Give it a second here to connect. And we are now transferring over the USB-C charge cable from your MacBook Pro. How cool is that? And that's great for people who don't have these particular cables on hand. Everybody's going to have this cable when you have your laptop, so that works really well. Now there's another thing that I wanted to think about. Well, wait a minute. Will Ethernet work? And it does. All you need to do is connect to a dongle that has Ethernet, and the same thing on the iMac, and you can connect over Ethernet. And when you're in the display settings here, in your Ethernet, as long as you have the USB dongle connected to Ethernet, you can then send the signal over Ethernet. Now I've tested these a little bit, and the bottom line is that all three of them seem to be pretty quick. I'm no expert on testing monitor latency. From what I can see visually, there's no huge difference between using wired and wireless connection. They all work pretty much the same and work pretty well. So again, that is great to be able to have 3 different cable connectors and to be able to connect over Ethernet. That's really cool to have. So that's a quick overview of AirPlay to your Mac using your AirPlay receiver option for your new Mac. I hope that this video gave you a quick overview of how to use all these features. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them into the comments and I'll answer them, because I tested almost every single different scenario that I could think of, because I saw all the questions in the forums and in Reddit saying, hey, would this work? Would that work? So if you got a question, put it in there in the comments. I hope that you found this video valuable. If you did, give it a thumbs up so other people can see it. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, click on that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, I really appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next video.